back to our NCAA football win total series. It is time to keep going in the SEC, and we are on to Ole Miss. And Ole Miss was really rolling for a while. Houston Nutt for 2 straight years went to the Cotton Bowl, and things fell off there, and he was gone. Hugh Freeze shows up. 4 years of bowl games, including a 10-win season in 2015, but goes 5-7 in 16. That's adjusted to 0-7 by the NCAA, and he ends up having to leave. Matt Luke just bombs it for 3 years, 6 wins, 5 years, 4 wins, and that leads to Lane Kiffin getting hired. The Lane train shows up in 2020, 5-5 an Outback Bowl win, 10-3 in 2021 with a Sugar Bowl loss, 8-5 in 2022 with a Texas Bowl loss. And that leads us to last year. And it opens up. They beat Mercer. Then they go to Tulane and win. And then they beat Georgia Tech. They lose to Alabama on the road, but then beat LSU, beat Arkansas, beat Auburn on the road, beat Vanderbilt, Texas A&M. They lose on the road to Georgia. Then they beat Louisiana Monroe and at Mississippi State. That would put them in the Peach Bowl, where they played Penn State and took a 38-25 win. 11 wins last year for Lane Kiffin. We look at this year, and they've still got Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, 3,400 yards, 23 touchdowns, just 5 picks, 8 scores on the ground. He's got some great guys around him. Trey Harris is on the outside. They bring in South Carolina transfer Antoine Wells. They also have Caden Priestcorn, who's one of the best tight ends in the SEC. Running back, they did lose Quinshon Judkins to Ohio State, but they have Ulysses Bentley, who's a very good running back. They also have Henry Parrish coming in from Miami and Rashad Amos coming in from Miami of Ohio. Offensive line, pretty solid. 3 transfers are coming in. Wayne Kalepo from Washington should be the right guard. They also have their veteran center, Caleb Warren. This offense should be very good. They run quick. They're ultra efficient. And it could be fantastic this year. The defense was also good last year, and they've got to take another step this year. Walter Nolan's going to be the stud of this defense. He is just one of the best defensive tackles in the nation. They also have J.J. Pegas coming in. The pass rush was strong last year, and they bring in Florida transfer Princely Umanamlin from one side. They also have Jared Ivey back, who had 5.5 sacks last year. Kari Coleman's been a great part of the linebacking rotation. They also have Suntrain Perkins on the outside. The linebackers should be good. And then the secondary, they were okay last year, but it should be better this year. Trey Washington's the safety. He's fantastic. They also have John Saunders. They bring in Trey Amos from Alabama and Isaiah Hamilton from Houston. This defense should be solid. Really, the biggest issue is slowing down some offenses. Last year, they were 8-0 when quarterbacks were under 70% throwing. They lost more games when they were over 70. It's pretty simple. If they can slow down the offenses and that defense can make some big plays in the secondary, I think this could be a great year for them. And the schedule sets up wonderfully. They open up August 31st at home, Furman. That will be a win. September 7th, Middle Tennessee at home. That will be a win. September 14th, they go to Wake Forest. That will be a win. September 21st, they're against Georgia Southern at home. That will be a win. First SEC game, September 28th, Kentucky at home. I think they win that one. October 5th, they go to South Carolina. I lean win in that one. I think if there's that one mind-blowing mess up for Ole Miss, this is it, though. October 12th at LSU. I said in the LSU video, I lean win here for Ole Miss. They have a bye October 19th. October 26th, they get Oklahoma at home. I think that's a win. November 2nd, they get Arkansas on the road, but at that point, Arkansas season could be almost over. They get the win there. November 9th is Georgia. I think this is going to be a battle of undefeated teams. It's at home for Ole Miss. I'm going to lean Ole Miss gets the win. November 16th, their second bye before they hit the road to Florida with the bye week before. I like Ole Miss to beat Florida on the road. And that means an undefeated season comes down to November 30th against Mississippi State. I think they get it. Yes, do I think overall that Ole Miss could lose a game this year? Definitely. but they dodge Alabama, they dodge Tennessee, they dodge Texas A&M. If they get Georgia, I think this could be an undefeated season for Ole Miss. Win total set at 9.5 though, so they could drop Georgia and LSU and still hit the over. And that's going to be our pick in this one. We're going to take the over 9.5. It's at -110 on FanDuel, and that's going to be our play. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button. Definitely follow and subscribe. We'll see you next time.